I'm allergic to cats. Theme music.
Who's the leader of the pack? Bringing legacy to you. Legacy-C-O-U-B. It's true. Stand up, gear up, join the fight. We're as fierce as we can be. With grit and might, we claim the night. We're the legacy. Legacy Club. Legacy Club. Strong and unbreakable. Warriors with fire inside. In our hearts, we're invincible. Legacy Club. We charge ahead, we don't look back, our spirits bow way. Through storm and strife, we
Yeah.
live for the fight.
It's true. It is true. I am allergic to cats. But what's also true is we're back. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Legacy Club podcast. I'm Justin, aka a bunch of different things. Just don't feel like it right now. AKA the Portuguese problem. AKA if you've seen the other episodes, that makes sense to you. And if you haven't seen the other episodes, well, welcome. Hello. What made you join us for the first time this time? Leave it in the comments. Oh, today, we are deep diving into everything we didn't know we wanted to know about a very special character to me. And mainly because it's a very special character to him. Oswald. Disney does a weird thing to me personally. I don't know if Disney does it to me, but there's a weird thing that goes on where things that I conventionally have a distaste for in reality, I love within the Disney fantasy. You know what I mean? For instance, I hate with a passion. There probably is no more vulgar smell or flavor than orange. Oranges, the citrus family of oranges. I like limes. I like lemons. Oranges and their counterparts can kick rocks, you know? Not for me. But I love Orange Bird. Like, I love Orange Bird as a character. I think he's just fascinating and really cool, and I love everything about him. So here, I am allergic to cats, and today we're talking about a cat that I hold a fond appreciation for because he does. And that cat is none other than Ortensia the Cat. Ortensia. What a name. What a name. Hortensia. I like it. I presume I'm saying it right. No one's ever corrected me, so we're just gonna say I'm saying it right. Anywho, Hortensia is an anthropomorphic cat who first appeared in the 1927 short film The Banker's Daughter as the love interest of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Typically seen wearing a simple skirt and a miniature flower hat. Miniature hat. Now, is the hat miniature like in relation to Hortensia? Or is it a normal hat on her? But because she's smaller than your average human would be, is the hat smaller? Of course it would be smaller. But is that what makes it miniature? Because it's smaller than, in relation to a human? I feel like anytime I've seen her wearing a hat, which is not as frequent as I feel like that sentence leads on, but They do say typically. Yeah, I don't often see her in a hat. When I do see her wearing a hat, it's not miniature to her head. So, yeah. Anyhow, typically seen worn a simple skirt, flower, or hat. Ortensia is depicted as the daughter of wealthy banker J.P. Whiskers. J.P. Whiskers. I wonder if he and Scrooge McDuck have like a rich guy club. Because I presume, well, it does say he is wealthy, but is he McDuck wealthy? I don't know. Guess we'll have to do a deep dive into JP Whiskers to really find out. Created by Walter E. Can't control that. It says Walt Disney, but I wanted to be fancy and and I'm still going to do it. Created by Walter E. Disney and Iwerks for Universal Pictures, Ortensia appeared in 8 cartoons during Disney's initial run of shorts between 1927 and 1928. That's a pretty good amount of cartoons, though. For a year? I mean, that's very good. Iwerks. Oh, man. Iwerks. We're going to have to do a deep dive into Iwerks, too. Because that man, yes, he gets his notoriety and recognition and shout outs at Disney and Disney parks and stuff like that. But the gravity, specifically, the gravity of Iwerks' impact in Disney is, I mean, arguably there would be no Disney as we know it today without him. Like it was his hand that birthed. My mind wandered to like a hand opening up and a mouse, Mickey Mouse coming out of it. His hand birthed Mickey Mouse. From Walt's mind to Ub's hand, Mickey Mouse was born. And, of course, Oswald, Ortensia, just the litany of Disney characters from the early years, from the barnyard, Mickey's Barnyard Gang. We learned that in our Clara Cluck episode. Am I saying that wrong, by the way? I did a whole episode calling her Clara Cluck, and I don't know if that's right. All of a sudden I started going like, is it pronounced Clara? Clara Cluck? That can't be right. Never mind. It's Clara. If you disagree, you're right, I guess. Back to Ortensia. The character served as a replacement to Fanny Cottontail, who we will be doing a deep dive into as well. That would be Oswald's first love. There it is. Oh, okay. So anyhow, Ortensia served as a replacement to Fanny, a sultry rabbit whom had originally appeared as Oswald's partner in prior productions. Ortensia eventually faded into obscurity following a financial fallout with producer Charles Mintz. She was replaced by her successor, Minnie Mouse, who played a similar role as the love interest of Oswald's successor, Mickey Mouse. They're brothers. I think we've decided that they're brothers. In canon, I think that's a Disney canon. They're brothers. Ortensia's character was largely forgotten until the release of Epic Mickey in 2010, the video game. She's got a lot of Ortensia was flushed out in the video games, I've come to understand. In the Epic Mickey game in 2010, in which she was depicted as Oswald's girlfriend and the mother of 420 bunny children. Man. She has 420 bunny children. So here is here's a question. Here things might get weird. Here's a question. So, for argument's sake, they haven't, but for argument's sake, if Mickey and Minnie were to have a child, it would clearly be another mouse. If Donald and Daisy had a child, it would, of course, obviously be a duck. Well, when it comes to splicing together genetics from a rabbit and a cat, I don't quite know what you would get. Would it be a scenario where some of the litter, because I'm assuming it would be a litter, or are they born at one at a time? If there's 420 bunny children, I can't imagine that was one at a time. That's got to be litters, a few litters, a lot of litters, hundreds of litters, really. So, did any of them come out cat, or is Oswald are his genes that dominant where Ortensia's genetics would not shine through in the children? They would all look like dad and not her. So, and also this says that she was depicted as Oswald's girlfriend and the mother of 420 babies. Now, if she's just the girlfriend and these babies occurred between Oswald and Fanny, then she just straight up adopted them without getting married first. I mean, that's a noble cause. That's a noble move. But then that also beckons, what happened to Fanny? Is Fanny still in the picture? These are questions I have that I'm not sure there will ever be answers to. Let's take a quick look at this bunny children thing, the 420 bunny children. The bunny children are a massive... Okay, hold on. The bunny children are the massive offspring of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit and Ortensia. In all, there are 420. So that's saying, like, that's between Oswald and Ortensia. So maybe Fanny had nothing to do with this. So maybe they're all adopted. Maybe they adopted 420 kids. I don't know. But you know what? There's a lot of info on the bunny children to where I think we can knock out a short episode of the bunny children. Fanny is going to be a short episode too, so I decided to save her for a later date. On one of those nights where I don't have a ton of time to record, just kick out one of these, lesser known characters with a lesser history than others. Anyway, we spent a lot of time talking about these kids. Let's see. So she became the mother, or she is the mother of 420 bunny children. She has since appeared in films, merchandise, comics, and theme park attractions. A little bit of her background, her personality. Ortensia tends to show a poetic, romantic, and dreamy personality. She spends every moment on Oswald and is very considerate. Oh yeah, man. If she spends every moment on Oswald. Man, good for you, buddy. She's a keeper. With her love for him so strong, she will do anything, no matter how crazy or dangerous. When in poetry mode, she tends to sing deep in a jazzy tone. I could see that. I could see her sitting on a piano and belting out something Billie Holiday-ish. Maybe. Maybe she sounds more like Aretha Franklin, though. That'd be cool. You better think. What you trying to do to me? Okay. So now this comes back to the 420 kids. She will do anything for Oswald, no matter how crazy, like adopting his 420 kids, maybe, or just having 420 kids, becoming intimate with a rabbit, because, rabbits have that stereotype of having a lot of offspring. So she's obsessed with Oswald. That's romantic. A little scary, but very romantic. Ortensia adores her baby brother, Homer, and is usually oblivious to his naughtiness and pranks on Oswald. She is very defensive to those who try to mess with Oswald, Homer, her friends, and herself. She get crazy. I don't know what accent that was. It kind of sounded Russian. It's not what I was going for. Ortensia. Is Hortensia like a Eastern European name? Because maybe she's Eastern European. That would account for her willingness to scrap. I'm assuming she's willing to scrap. She's very defensive of her brother Homer, Oswald, her friends, her familia, and herself. I see her snapping into like Chola mode. Hey, fool. Oh, man. Her physical appearance, similar in appearance to Oswald, except he's a rabbit. Ortensia is often tailless, anthropomorphic. Okay. She's often I'm going to start that over. The text is small, and we know my dyslexia. It just is a thing, okay? Thanks for just choking it down sometimes. Similar in appearance to Oswald, Ortensia is often tailless, anthropomorphic black cat. Got it. She's an often tailless, anthropomorphic black cat. She typically wears a flirty light pink skirt. Frilly. Maybe it's flirty, but this says frilly. And this is not my dyslexia, because what this actually says is she typically wears is a. So I'm imagining, oh no. I'm imagining either isn't supposed to be in there. I think that's just it. So let's just go. She typically wears a frilly light pink skirt with white bloomers under and a matching hat. Though her appearance can vary, in the parks and much of her merchandise, she wears green instead of pink. So on screen, conventionally pink, and then in the merchandise and walking around the park, she switches it up to green. Her frilly skirt. Frilly. Not flirty, frilly. But again, maybe it is a little flirty. I don't know. Maybe. Could be. History. So, starting with the banker's daughter, Ortensia replaced Oswald's former love interest, a much more feminine and sultry rabbit, often referred to as Fanny. In production materials, sorry, I thought there was a period there. There isn't. Starting with the banker's daughter, Ortensia replaced Oswald's former love interest, a much more feminine and sultry rabbit, often referred to as Fanny in production materials. Ortensia was very much a precursor to Minnie Mouse, as can be seen with her design. I guess the skirt and the hat, because Minnie used to have a hat. She didn't always have the bow. She used to have a little hat with a flower on it. So I guess it is the same exact hat. Let's see. Often in the original Oswald shorts, Oswald would compete with Pete for her affection. I don't know about that. I don't know if Ortensia ever showed affection to Pete in any of the shorts I've seen. It always seemed like Pete just kind of kidnapped her over and over again, or was like pushing himself on her. It never seemed to be reciprocated. There never seemed to be any Ortensia interest in Pete, although Pete is a cat and Ortensia is a cat, so the dynamic arguably would make more sense. But back in the Oswald days, I want to say Pete might have been a badger. I could be making that up, but also there's a part of me that's like that truly believes that he used to be a badger in those days. So then we're back to the cross species thing, and I don't know. She also appeared in Oswald shorts produced by Charles Mintz and later Walter Lantz. Those are the post Disney days when that was all Universal. Ortensia was most often referred to as Sadie or Fanny in production materials of the original shorts, and was known as Miss Zulu in the short Bright Lights, but never had a consistent official name. Miss Zulu. Okay, Sadie, it's a cute name. Fanny, they're just recycling the name from the predecessor. But Miss Zulu, I don't. Oswald and Miss Zulu. I don't know. It's kind of cool. In the post-Disney Lance shorts, she was called Kitty. The names for Oswald's love interests were never widely publicized, which is likely the reason she was given a new name in Epic Mickey, following the alteration pattern of Mickey and Minnie mirrored relationship. Oh. Okay. So her and Oswald's relationship became much more Mickey and Minnie-ish in Epic Mickey. To add to some confusion, copyright synopsis of some Mintz and Lance shorts erroneously refer to Ortensia / Kitty as Fanny. So over with Mintz and Lance, they were just kind of like, what's this character's name? He needs a girlfriend. Mickey's got a girlfriend. Oswald needs a girlfriend. He's got this cat. What's her name? Let's give her a name. Fanny. Well, there's something in the liner notes that says Fanny, and we'll just call her Fanny. That's not right. Fanny is a specific character, you fools. Kitty is just too on the nose, you know. Kitty for a cat. Ortensia, I think, is Ortensia or Miss Zulu. Miss Zulu is a near tie for first, but no, falls second to Ortensia. Okay. Video games. This is some of the most in-depth video game background for a character that we've come across yet. Epic Mickey. In Epic Mickey, she is the mother of Oswald's 420 rabbit/cat children. Okay, that's a development. So, but there's questions. There's questions again. She is the mother of Oswald's 420 rabbit/cat children. Now, does the rabbit/cat that is in text here mean that the 420 children are half and half? They're half rabbit, half cat? Or are some rabbit, some cat? Earlier, they said 420 rabbit or bunny children. So, and now And now, if we're doing the rabbit slash cat, these children genetically may have come from Ortensia. She may have carried these bunny or these rabbit slash cat children at some point. I really want to know the intricacies of these 420 kids. It's a lot of kids. Rabbit slash cat. I wonder why they didn't include that earlier. I guess that was they decided in Epic Mickey to like they can't all be bunnies. There gotta be some cats if it's a cross, unification of two species. In the main story, Ortensia's paint was removed when the blot was being sealed, turning her into stone. So the blot stole her color and turned her to stone. The Epic Mickey graphic novel shows Ortensia sacrificing herself to protect Oswald by pushing Oswald to safety and getting hit by the blot's attack instead. That does line up with her devotion to Oswald as outlined previously. In this statue-like state, she couldn't move, and her voice is heard only faintly in one of the cutscenes. Still, she has some impact on the plot of Epic Mickey, even in this state. Her state leaves Oswald the Lucky Rabbit and several bunny children in her house in a deep depression. But many times, the memory of her leads to Oswald acting nicer to Mickey than usual. I mean, I would be pretty bitter if I was Oswald too, given that, you were the first, but Mickey gets credit for being the first. I mean, to the casual Disney fan. When the blot is destroyed, she is changed back to normal by the rainstorm of paint that heals the rest of Wasteland and reunites with Oswald, and Oswald introduces Mickey to her. It's lovely. And then here we go. Epic Mickey 2, The Power of Two. Ortensia returns in Epic Mickey 2, The Power of Two, first appearing in the 2D cutscene that functions as a recap of the original Epic Mickey. After that, the scene changes to Oswald strolling down the street of a recently restored wasteland, just as an earthquake begins to shake the street apart. The Mad Doctor and his Beetleworks creations arrive on the scene in a twisted sort of take on the Main Street Electrical Parade. Oh, that's neat. The Doctor sings a stirring musical number using the refrain, "Help me help you," to convince Oswald to join forces with him to save the wasteland. While first confused about the Mad Doctor's arrival, Ortensia tries to stop Oswald from joining the Mad Doctor as she doesn't seem to trust him. Well, his name is the Mad Doctor. That's reasonable not to trust him with a name like that, or be cautious of him at the very least. However, Oswald has already been convinced to join him, much to Ortensia's annoyance. Angry and still not trusting the Mad Doctor, Ortensia leaves with Gus and Oswald leaves with the Mad Doctor. I haven't played these games, but reading these, I really want to. She and Gus go back to the castle where Gus creates a machine to contact the cartoon world. A comically impatient Ortensia walks around, eagerly waiting and eventually falling asleep as Gus finally finishes the machine, enabling them to again reach out to Mickey to set things straight again. Are they having to contact Mickey like cross universes? Couldn't they just call him? While Ortensia is waiting for Oswald to return to the castle, Mickey re-enters Wasteland by falling into a window of Dark Beauty Castle. He meets Ortensia and Gus, who are happy to see him again, as do Mickey, and they explain the current situation. Okay, so I guess Mickey's excited to see them too. All right. They explain the current situation of Wasteland and the return of the Mad Doctor to him until Oswald arrives. A worried Ortensia happily greets him, glad to see him safe. Oswald explains that Doc told him about the blotworks and that the creatures are going to attack them. Ortensia doesn't trust the Mad Doctor, but Oswald is convinced that they should give him a second chance. Mickey suggests they go find the Mad Doctor. Oswald tells him he's helping out in Main Street and suggests that they take the train since the projectors are broken. I don't know anything about this game, but if he's on Main Street and they're taking a train, what is this projector thing? Are projectors like portals to different areas? And I would imagine that Mickey lives, oh wait, it's not Main Street. It's Mean Street, not Main Street, Mean Street. That clears things up far more, for me at least. Mean Street, not Main, Mean Street. I repeat, Mean Street. Oswald tells him he's helping out in Mean Street. Got him. Okay. The projectors are broken. Then a quake starts and the castle begins collapsing all around them. When some rubble comes down and separates Ortensia from the others, Mickey, Gus, and Oswald outrun the rubble to escape the castle and reunite with Ortensia, who, in her own words, had her own adventure escaping the castle, much to Oswald's amusement. Eventually, all four escape by train. Hortensia's like, man, I had a wild time finding you guys. And Oswald's just like, yeah. Let's get on the train. I didn't realize we're going to go into a whole synopsis of this game. When they arrive in Mean Street Station and enter Mean Street, Ortensia and the others find the Mad Doctor. The Mad Doctor sings about changing his ways and the dangers that threaten Wasteland, but Ortensia remains unconvinced about his good intentions. Mickey almost didn't trust him. When the Mad Doctor leaves, Gus suggests they should get the projectors working again and see Gremlin Jamface. What? Gremlin Jamface. Okay. Okay. Gus suggests they see Gremlin Jamface, and Ortensia tells Oswald to go ahead and she'll wait until the Osttown projector starts working again. She worriedly asks him to be careful as she and he kiss. The scene ends with Ortensia wishing her honey bunny good luck and leaving. Mickey is unsure that the Mad Doctor is good, and Oswald hopes he changed. Okay. So I guess we have some history with this Mad Doctor from the first game, I suppose. Ortensia can't be found, can. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize for the way my brain works when I read. Ortensia can be found in the museum while the projectors aren't working. She tells Oswald and Mickey not to worry about her, as she'll stay there until they get the projectors fixed. She does worry about her bunny children in Osttown. O-S, capital T, O-W-N. Osttown? Kind of like Oswald. I'm presuming that's the gag. Hortensia will eventually travel to Osstown after the projectors are fixed and find the bunny children missing and scattered around Wasteland, resulting in her giving Oswald and Mickey a quest to return the bunny children to her. All 420 of them. Remember that. That's got to be one heck of a quest. According to Warren Spector, Oswald's significant other Ortensia is a character from start to finish that you interact with a lot. Audrey Walensky provides her voice in the game. Cool. All right. So that's Epic Mickey 2. Then another game is Disney Speedstorm. Ortensia was added to Disney Speedstorm during Season 5 Let It Go as an unlockable mid-season racer alongside Oswald. Like other mid-season racers, the shards needed to unlock and upgrade Ortensia aren't regularly available to players and can only be acquired during special events. In-game, Ortensia is voiced by Audrey Wasilinsky, Wasilewski. Now that I say it, there's no N, so Insky is not Waleski. You tell me how it's pronounced. Reprising her role from the Epic Mickey series. Got it. Ortensia is a speedster from the Oswald the Lucky Rabbit collection, having high acceleration and average handling and boost, but a low top speed and combat stat. Her unique skill, Lovely Flowers, creates a ring of 3 red flowers around her cart, with each flower stunning an opponent on contact. So it's like Disney Mario Kart. That's cool. When the skill is charged, the ring of flowers are instead green and function as shields, with each flower protecting Ortensia from a single hit. So you can get hit 3 times, I guess. As the skill is upgraded, As the skill is upgraded, the length the ring of flowers stay out increases. Okay, so the length of time, I guess, the flowers stay out increases. Alongside her unique skill, Ortensia can also use the cloak hack, rush, and shot skills, with the latter 2 improving as you upgrade Ortensia. Cool. Ortensia's exclusive Epic crew member is her father, JP Whiskers, boosting all of her stats and giving her a hack skill at the start of the race. I really want to play that game. I wonder what it's on. We'll find it. I'm sure Bane can find it pretty easily. Okay. Printed media. Epic Mickey Tales of Wasteland. Ortensia is one of the main characters in the Epic Mickey Tales of Wasteland digital comics. These comics, created by Peter David, are a prequel to Epic Mickey and take place before the Thinner disaster, before she was petrified, and she appears in 5 of the 6 comics. She makes a small cameo in Clock Tower Cleaners, but has larger roles in the other comics, from getting unwanted attention from Pete in the Games Afoot, visiting the Misadventures Club in the Rubbish Cup, or simply being together with Oswald and their kids in Oswald the Lucky Duck. And There's a Hole in the Sky. 2 separate comics. Oswald the Lucky Duck. He's a lucky duck for having Ortensia. That cannot be denied. Let's see. Hortensia loves Oswald and is very dedicated to him. She is very caring, but also sensible, realistic, and direct. She's one of the few who suspects the Mad Doctor's bad intentions, something Oswald is quite oblivious to. She's not afraid to share her opinion on things, but she'll support Oswald when he truly is dedicated to something. That is like the ideal counterpart right there. Let's see. Another Epic Mickey. Epic Mickey, the graphic novel. Man, I really want that now too. The graphic novel adaptation of Epic Mickey shows in more detail how Ortensia was turned into her statue-like state. Oswald and Ortensia made one final effort to get rid of the blot by sealing it in the thinner bottles on Mickey Junk Mountain. Mickey Junk Mountain. That fell in Wasteland when the blot first appeared. The Mad Doctor warned the blot, but Oswald succeeded in grabbing the blot's attention. He was too good a target for the blot to resist. Oswald was ready to sacrifice himself if it meant the end of the war, but Ortensia wasn't ready to allow that. When the blot attacked Oswald, she pushed him away to safety, and Ortensia fell victim to the blot instead, transforming her into her statue-like state. In quotes, Oswald's silent scream was heard from one end of Wasteland to the other, but he had enough presence of mind to successfully trap the blot by jamming the stopper into the bottle. Sadly, it didn't end the war. The blot's minions were still loose upon the land under the guidance of the Mad Doctor and the Shadow Blot. Okay, so now we know why he didn't trust the Mad Doctor, or the Mad Doctor, Ortensia didn't trust the Mad Doctor. The Shadow Blot, the blot's most fearsome minion. None of which mattered in the least to Oswald. By losing Ortensia, his entire reason for living had been obliterated by the blot. Hortensia's remains were kept in the Dark Beauty Castle, where Mickey sees them during the final confrontation with the blot. Wow. It's kind of just a rehash of the game, but I guess there is more detail in it. I want that graphic novel. Just Like Magic is our next one. Just Like Magic, the Norwegian En Magisk Jul, translated as A Magical Christmas, marks the first Oswald and Ortensia appearance in modern-day comics outside the Epic Mickey universe. It was written by David Kirstein and the art by Mark Kulser. It is based and takes place in the times of the classic Oswald shorts from 1927 and 1928. Oh, that's cool. It was printed in America under the title Just Like Magic in Walt Disney's Comics and Stories number 726. Woo! That's a lot of issues. A hungry Oswald and Toby Bear see Hortensia and her rich banker father called J.P. Whiskers standing before a house where various foods are being brought in for J.P. Whiskers' Christmas dinner party. Oswald uses his charm and asks Hortensia if he and Toby can join them. A charmed Hortensia willingly... not willingly. A charmed Hortensia seems willing, but Oswald and Hortensia are quickly interrupted by Hortensia's little brother, Homer the Cat. The small, bratty cat drags Hortensia inside while Whiskers lectures Hortensia and slams the door in his face. Still wanting to join Hortensia and the party, the hungry rabbit tries to prove his good luck as a disguised Oswald and Toby... as a disguised Oswald and Toby. Oh, okay. As their disguise. Got it. So anyway, the Hungry Rabbit tries to prove his good luck as a disguised Oswald and Toby sneak into JP Whisker's Christmas dinner party by impersonating a man they think is the head waiter. But the waiter was really a hired magician. So Oswald is forced to put on a magic show with a genuine, very powerful magic hat. That sounds fun. Disney parks. Disneyland Paris. On June 2nd, 2018, Ortensia made her first theme park appearance debut during Disneyland Paris's Disney Fan Days as the event's VIP character. Oh, well, deserved. And she's wearing a hat, and it's not tiny. She could be found at Hollywood Boulevard along with Oswald as part of a musical street show titled Oh My Ortensia. Ortensia can also be found at DVC events at DLP parks. Ortensia also made an appearance at the Disney Loves Jazz event located in Disneyland Paris. Yeah, see, I'm glad they're like keeping her true to her roots, including her in a jazz event. Disneyland Resort, so the one in the U.S. in Anaheim, Ortensia would make her American debut for the 2023 Lunar New Year celebration at Disney California Adventure, appearing alongside Oswald to represent how the Vietnamese zodiac features a cat in the place of the Chinese zodiac rat. Well, that's convenient, because I think that was the year of the rabbit. Did I say rat? I meant rabbit if I said rat. But anyway, that's clever, because it was the year of the rabbit in the Chinese zodiac, and it just so happens that the Vietnamese zodiac for the corresponding year replaces the rabbit with a cat. I mean, that duo was destined for that year. That's amazing. Ortensia's filmography: Oswald the Lucky Rabbit series, so The Banker's Daughter, and these are sequentially, I guess, the shorts, starting with The Banker's Daughter, then Empty Socks, Harem Scream, Rival Romeos, Sagebrush Sadie, Oh What a Night, Skyscrapers, Sleigh Bells, and then lastly, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Wow. Cool. Here's some trivia about Ortensia. Ortensia is the oldest female Disney character that is still being used to this day, surpassing even Minnie Mouse. That's pretty neat. Hortensia is the Italian word for hydrangea. I guess the flower, hydrangea. A popular ornamental plant that can appear in a variety of different colors. Her floral name is referenced in The Art of Epic Mickey, as it shows that gardening seems to be a hobby of hers. Oh, okay. Ortensia had a tail in early Disney shorts like The Banker's Daughter and Rival Romeos, but doesn't have a tail in later shorts like Skyscrapers and Oh What a Night. She lacks a tail in both Epic Mickey games and the comics as well, but has one in some recent Japanese merchandise. So she just sporadically has a tail. Let's see. Despite Just Like Magic taking place during the time of the old Oswald shorts and remaining pretty faithful to them as well, the comic refers to her by her modern name, Ortensia, seemingly confirming this as her official name, as the same character was renamed. So I guess officially she's Ortensia in Just Like Magic, but didn't they not call her Ortensia in the Epic Mickey games? So because this is maybe a different medium, it's comics, and they used Ortensia, I don't know. Her name is Ortensia, is what I gather just from that, like, set in stone, solidified. Oh, that was not intended to be a dark callback to Epic Mickey. Set in stone, solidified, because she was a statue-like state. Never mind. Let's see. Ortensia's hat bears a strong resemblance to Minnie's original hat in both shape and design. However, her hat is pink and more cylindrical. And Minnie wears a bow now. So, you know, no issue. Since her father's name is J.P. Whiskers, it's no doubt that it is her maiden name, and unless she kept it. So she might be Ortensia Whiskers, or Ortensia the Lucky Rabbit would be her Ortensia Rabbit. But Ortensia Whiskers, that's a cool name. But that is also they say maiden name. So is that confirming that Ortensia and Oswald are in fact married? You know, Mickey and Minnie are in fact married, I believe. They're per canon. I do think that's solidified in there somewhere that Mickey and Minnie are married. Let's see. Hortensia's parks. Wait. Okay, yeah. Hortensia's park self has green clothes instead of her traditional pink. Similarly to much of the Japanese Japanese merchandise. So a lot of the Japanese merchandise shows Hortensia in her park attire and not so much her animated attire, her shorts attire. Cool. Well, there we go. There we go. So let's go check up top again. And let's just see. Let's see. Featured films. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? And in parentheses that says deleted. And then Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. She has a cameo? Interesting. We're going to have to dig that up. She has a cameo in Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness. Wow. We went through her shorts with the exception of High Up. They didn't include that earlier. So High Up is another short she's been in. She has a cameo in the wonderful World of Mickey Mouse. She's in, we did the video games, park attractions, Disney's Fan Days inaugural party. Okay. Animators. Iwerks, Eric Goldberg, Randy Haycock, and Mark Hearn. Designer of Iwerks. Inspiration. It literally says inspiration, Fanny Cottontail. Other names were Sadie, Fanny in certain production materials, and the Winkler shorts, and then Kitty in the Universal shorts. Occupation. She's a box lunch saleswoman and gardener. Her likes: Oswald, her children, Homer, her brother, gardening, hearts, flowers, peace, serenity, music, and ice skating. Her dislikes: she doesn't like Oswald's selfishness. She doesn't like harm to her family. and she doesn't like complete chaos and disorder. Man, she is dedicated to her family. She is like familia. Gangster. Powers and abilities. What? Elasticity and detachment. Okay, yeah, Oswald can do both of those things too. So that makes sense. Well, she would. That's seems to be a skill of their time. Her current status is active, so she is active in Disney canon. Her parents, she has a father, J.P. Whiskers, her sibling, Homer the Cat. Other relatives, what? Fanny Cottontail is her sister-in-law in Universal Pictures only. Wow, so I guess they made Fanny Cottontail Oswald's sister in the Universal shorts. Wow. Partners, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. It's, yes, confirmed. Husband. And then children, her 420 bunny children. Whew. Wow. All right. So a little bit of Wikipedia info from the Mickey Universe Wikipedia. Ortensia the Cat. All right. Already out the gate. It says Ortensia is the girlfriend. Not true. So let's fix that. Ortensia is the wife of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. She appeared in the Oswald shorts starting in The Banker's Daughter in 1927, which is labeled a lost cartoon here, replacing Oswald's former love interest, a much more feminine rabbit named Fanny. Yep. In production materials. Cool. Hortensia's original name during the production of Oswald shorts was Sadie, as referenced in the title of the animated short, Sagebrush Sadie. Okay. In 1928 is another lost cartoon. The name for Oswald's love interests were never widely publicized. Yeah, we went all through that, which is likely the reason she was given a new name in Epic Mickey, following the alteration pattern of Mickey and Minnie, mirrored relationship. All right, yeah, we went through this. Okay. Well, there we go, guys. There we go. That is everything we didn't know we wanted to know about Ortensia. Is there any other info that we should tap into? Let's see. Let's make our search a little more refined. Let's check out this one. We haven't looked at this link yet. Okay. This looks like a lot of reiterating what we already went over. Okay. So right here it says Ortensia in Italian actually means gardener, so I don't know which one's right. But either way, she has a fondness of flowers. According to Google Translate, Ortensia translates to hydrangea, a type of flower that in color ranges from pink to blue. Oswald's signature colors. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now we have a little more of an in-depth filmography for Ortensia. So we had 1927 was The Banker's Daughter, first as Fanny, Empty Socks, first as Sadie, and then Rickety Gin. And then in 1928, we had Harem Scream, Neck and Neck, Rival Romeos as Lady Love. I guess was her code name in that one. Bright Lights, Sagebush Sadie, Oh What a Night, Sleigh Bells, High Up, the Skyscrapers, last as being known as Sadie, Mississippi Mud, and A Horsetail. 1929 was Six Cylinders, The Suicide Chic, Alpine Antics, The Last as Fanny, Nuts and Jolts, Oils Well, the first as Kitty, Cold Turkey, Pussy Willie, Hurdy-Gurdy, Snow Use, and Nutty Notes. 1930 was County Fair, Chili con Carmen, and her name was Carmen in that one. Bowery Bimbos, Tramping Tramps, Not So Quiet, Spooks, Cold Feet, The Singing Sap, The Navy, Mexico, Mars. 1931, College, The Farmer, The Fireman, Sunny South, Country School, The Stone Age, Kentucky Bells, Hot Feet, The Hunter, Wonderland, The Hair Mail, The Fisherman, The Clown. 1932, Grandma's Pet, Mechanical Man, Bow and Arrows, The Winged Horse, A Wet Night, Day Nurse, Carnival Capers, Wild and Woolly, and Teacher's Pet. 1933, and these are all Universal shorts. So the last of the Disney shorts would have been in 1928, and then 1929 started the Universal era, I believe. 1932, we went through those. 33, The Plumber, The Shriek, Going Blazers, Ham and Eggs, Five and Dime, Parking Space. 1934, King's Up, Annie Moved Away, and her name was Annie in that one apparently. And Spring in the Park. 35, Robinson Crusoe Isle, The Hillbilly, and that was the last time she went by Kitty. 2013, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit greeting card. 2022, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit short. And there we go. Cool. All right. And that's definitely going to be our last little bit of Ortensia. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, that was fascinating. There was so much in there. So much in there that I was not privy to previously. I definitely believe... No, I don't just believe. I'm definitely going to. I'm going to redo the retrospectives for some of the characters I had done years ago. So we'll do like an Oswald the Lucky Rabbit revisited, and we'll go and get back into everything we didn't know we wanted to know about Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, which there's definitely more to him now in the years later since I recorded that first rendition of the Oswald retrospective. He's got a lot more going on at the parks now, so I think it is a good idea to revisit him, and we'll just revisit all of them, because why not? Make it all cohesive and looking this way and done the same way. You can find the old versions at leallegacy.com. And as always, everything we do at leallegacy.com is brought to you by Legacy Club Clothing, legacyclubclo.com, or just hit the little shop tab at leallegacy.com, and it'll take you to our web store. Pick yourself up something nice, and that'll be the best way to show some diehard support to what we're doing here. Right now, our big push for Legacy Club Clothing is all of our buffalo plaid themed designs. It's just a lot of our Leal Legacy iconography done in buffalo plaid, which I think's really rad. Plaid rad. If you don't have any extra funds to be spending in web stores, well, another equally as epic way to show your support is by subscribing, liking, commenting, hitting notification bells, leaving reviews across all your favorite social media platforms, on YouTube. Subscribe, comment, leave a thumbs up, smash the like button as the kids say, and hit that notification bell to ensure we're popping up in your, For You timeline. All that being said, this one's surprisingly longer than I thought it would, but that's okay. That's all right. Until next time, thanks for being a friend and telling a friend, and I'll see you tomorrow. Adios.